Okay, today I'm gonna be bending some fenders back. There's a gap here. You can't see it from this angle, but there's a gap between this piece of aluminum and the actual fender. Just so much as a small gap right here. So before I paint this trailer, because that's when you're really gonna notice it, I'm gonna straighten it out. And also on these little steps in the front here, they're bended right here. And the other one even worse. I'm gonna be straightening all that out. Let me come back over here. These I'm gonna attempt to do, and actually, let me get the other angle from the other side. I'm gonna attempt to do these ones on top of the wheel by putting a jack. The other ones I'm just gonna heat up and hammer it back. But these here where the wheels are, I'm just going to put a jack and take care of it that way. See now, over there, there's a gap. And over here, I don't know if you can tell here, but it's actually a gap right there too. Which is not a big deal until this is all painted, and you're gonna notice that gap really good. So here we go. Let me accommodate this tripod a little bit better and get this ready here. Let me go a little bit higher here. So there we go. I'll get the jack, and I have to use a scissor jack, by the way, so so this plan can work. And I'll use the impact, because one modification that I did to this scissor jack, let me mention it while I'm here, is that I welded a nut, a big nut, probably like 3/4 inch or so that I could use the drill, and it goes up faster than doing it manually with the little stick it comes with. Let's do this side first. So for this side, you can see that gap here. I'm gonna stick it right here and lift up. Now, after I pass it, I'm gonna have to go, because everything gives and comes back. I'm gonna have to go past being flat even, and then it'll come down. And then when I let it go, it'll probably stay right perfect. Now this one's probably gonna flex up because it's aluminum and stay flexed up, but I could just hammer it down. It's this bottom one that I wanna get up, the actual metal one. Which actually, now that I have it up, I might as well see if I could hammer it, even though it's not a good hammering here because it's gonna be bouncy off of the tire, you know, it's gonna absorb. There it goes. Definitely past it. Let me. Let's see what happens now when it comes down. I'm sure you can't tell that much with the camera. You might not be able to tell with the camera that good, but it is better. And this is just there's a little lip sticking out here from a bent. It's pretty good. Let's go to the other one. And let's see how we do this one, because this one's kind of like in the middle. I think I'm gonna get a piece of wood. Stick it between the two tires. Oh no, this is not gonna work. Never mind. Because this one has this beam here. I would have to also heat this up because now this got bent some. And unless I just hit it back and it pushes the fender up, because this is a little bit bent. Yeah, that's what it is. But this just flexes so much when you hit it, it's not really going up. I probably would have to cut it, re-weld it, and push it up. This 1/4 inch by like 2 inch flat bar is bent a little bit. I mean, this is nothing awful, but what I'll do is I'll paint it just like that, the whole trailer, and if it gives me the feeling that it just doesn't look good, I'll cut it, weld it, and just repaint that little spot there, like the little spot paint there. So let's move on to these side things here. Let me go with this one that is the closer one. Let's heat that up and hammer it up. This right here. And you know what? I'm not gonna hammer it up. That one I have to hammer up because it's all bent. This one I might just be able to get the jack, the other jack, and push it. This hole is not perfectly round. Also, on top of that, might be making, aside from this being old in here, this rubber being hard, this hole is bent right here on the side. I wonder if this I could get away with not even heating it up and bending it back to place. Let's give it a shot. Nah. They backed up into something and hit this and pushed it this way. And then it went like that. It just discombobulated there. You know, you can't give this all your strength at one shot. Is you have to have it, because you could crack it. So you gotta give it enough consistency and pressure to start moving it, but not to the point where you end up cracking this. So this, oh, the ground broke. Let me get the jack and lift up and see. So this part has to go this way, and this one out. Which, that one, this one coming out is definitely gonna come out, but you know what? With heat. Because I don't have angle to, or enough distance to hit it. And let me get the jack and lift that up, and we'll see how that works out. Trial and error. Trial and error. You try, and you see what happens. And I think I'm gonna probably get a 4x4 because I don't see this jack reaching. And if it reaches it, it definitely ain't gonna push up too much. Let me take 2 sizes. Because if this one makes it, which it didn't, I would have used it. Less jacking up for me, but it did not. But you know what? Let me lower the camera here. What I'm gonna do is besides putting this right here, I put the other one across. Would that be better? No, because I want to pull from the back corner only, and that'll make it cover from everywhere. So let me just put a little piece of block to catch the back corner. The reason I don't want to just use that straight up because I don't want this edge to act like a log splitter and split this wood. So I'll do this. And this is what I mean, that I want to pull from here only, not from there, because that side is good. It's this corner that and of course, I should have chucked it over here because it moved the trailer over. Let me do double. Put one here, put one over there. Lifted up the trailer. You know that it's right now on the jack in the front, and I pushed it over. All right, round 2. Let's see how this one does. Let's see if it doesn't roll. Ah, there it goes again going. But what I can do is take the opportunity. Otherwise, I got to bring the fire to push this out. And you can't tell there, but let me show you here in the camera. And then maybe now you'll understand. If you could tell right here, this is curved. It's not straight. And that's what I'm trying to fix. Actually, let me flip the camera around. Better here in a close-up. Look at that curve like that. That's what I'm gonna need the fire for. Okay, I went ahead and got the torch. And I feel like, looks like there's some little concrete there. What sucks about, if it's concrete, that it's gonna do a lot of sparks. Because concrete doesn't react well to fire. And I should have gotten my goggles. All right. And that's pretty straight. So now let me just do this here. Actually, that got pretty perfect. So I can straighten this out. the reason I'm putting the torch outward and not in, which would have been easier to hold, is because I got those wires back there. To the side markers. I don't want heat going towards them. The bottom part gotta go a little bit in now. But I'm gonna have to wait to the top. Guess cold or bend it back in by hitting the bottom. If that makes sense. There we go. That is straight. The top part. Now the bottom one has to go in, but I need to wait for that other part to get up. The top part to get cooled down, because if not, when I hit the bottom part in, the other one will go in too. I got this hose. This is not gonna reach. Cart needs to come out a little bit. All right, we're back. Now a little piece of hose got stuck. There it goes. Oh, I still gotta turn this off because the freaking bulbs are still in here, so no heat here yet. And look at this one. It just came loose. Oh, some of them you struggle. See the second one. Oh, that's coming out. That's incredible. Some of them you super struggle. Oh, look, it came out quick. Nice. Did that one in a fourth of the time that it took me to take these out. Let's go over there. Forgot to move you. And then after this is gonna go get the next day or so, get pressure washed, and then get painted. And then the boards will come on. Put some new boards on it with a paint job, everything fixed. And after that, I'm gonna go ahead and continue and do the last 3 wheels that I need to do the hub bearings on. Originally, I only did it a couple of days ago on another video on the one that when I spun the wheel, I heard a little bit of noise. So I wanted to go by the worst first in case I needed this particular trailer for something. But the other ones, I'm just gonna do it like preemptively, change them. So that'll be happening. But after probably the deck and the paint job and everything, because that's just really, at that point, maintenance. Right now is what was needed to be done and making it nice. My other glove. And doing like the things that I did on my previous video of the jack, where I did the adapter here so I could roll up the jack without using the handle by using my drill, which is awesome. It's on one of my previous videos. I think everybody should do that. Just weld a socket, and if you don't have a welder, they actually sell like an adapter that you could use there. I'll look it up and put a link on my description. But they have that so you could change over your handle. That you could use the handle as an emergency, but you could use you drill to put the trailer up and down. And that's just such a time saver because, man, I don't know about everybody else, but I hate putting up and down these jacks. The time you take doing it. Let me get these cables up this way for now so they don't get no heat. And by lifting it up, I kind of slid the jack out of where it was. So let me kind of put it back here. Put another wood because it slid off of that other one. There it goes. Now let's give it some heat here and see how I can push that up. But before I do that, let me move this wood a little bit out of the way because it's in the way of my hammer. Give some tension to make it easier to go up when it gets this heat now. Let me see what these cables. Yeah. Make sure I put the heat away from them. So I'm gonna go around the perimeter, which is what's gonna bend here, not the middle where I'm gonna be hammering. That's where I see the creases. That's where I'm gonna heat up here. And let's see. I think there, I'm gonna be able to, because it's not at the edge, to actually lift it up right there and bend it back. Let me give it some more heat. Let's see if I'm right. Oh yeah, this is gonna work great. It's gonna hit it right in the middle. The rest is gonna have to be hammered out. But with the heat, obviously, it's gonna come out. All right, it's I want to say 80% better. It's not going to be 100%, but I don't have to take it out and do it on the bench on a piece of metal that's hot, that's hard, but it's better. Now there's this little piece that is curved too here, like the other one where the actual light goes on, the side marker, and that's it. We'll be Gucci. We'll be good. All right, red hot. Let's make this red hot again. Now the bottom part. Oh no, the ground almost got fire there. Alrighty. And now what we're gonna do is bend this little part in. But I'm gonna do that instead of with the hammer. I'm gonna heat up in a specific spot. And bend it in with the adjustable wrench. Because I don't want it to bend all the way from the top, and when you hammer it, it's gonna go to the softest spot. That is 95% straight. So let me do the other side, which is the last one. I'm playing with fire here. Okay, last one. Again, I'm directing the fire away from that wire, the wiring harness there. See if this is enough. No. Okay, that went in pretty good. Got a little piece up here. Oh yeah, 90%. Perfect. Let me shut off the gas. And which will be the acetylene. Now the oxygen. Open these valves to remove pressure from the hose. Hang these here. And I have, this ground came off, so I'm gonna have to redo that ground there when I start putting it back. Okie dokie, looking good. Everything looking good? Yep. All righty then. That'll be it for this video. Catch you on the next one.